Hey, let me tell y'all, I had some technical difficulties trying to get on this freaking live today. You be trying to get anyway. It is Thursday. Happy no, what is today? Yeah, today is Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. Is it my motivation? I am here. This little thing was trying to hold me down. I was in here battling for like 1 minute, like I was in a fight or something. I don't know. It was like you got to do this and you didn't do this right. And then it said, I'm tired of this thing about it's too many people on and you're gonna have to wait. Then don't let me schedule at that time. Anywho, it's Thursday. Happy Thursday, y'all. I'm here to do my thing. So I got a topic today, and basically, I definitely want to kind of like dive in. So I had said for the next couple of shows, I probably wasn't going to have too many guests because I wanted to do some topic discussions about things that people be kind of like inboxing me. And so tonight's topic is you can't hide the truth, confronting life's realities and finding your path. So a lot of people are always asking me like, how do I know my purpose, or how can I find my purpose, or what do I need to do to walk in my purpose or change my life and stuff like that. So generally, like I'm talking to everybody, but I'm talking to everybody at one time today. So we don't have to keep going through it and we can go to the next step. And not that it's bad to go through it, but I want you to get the next step too. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about, especially, is acknowledging your feelings. A lot of times people do not acknowledge, like truly acknowledge, like how they really feel. We kind of like sab our feelings over because we don't want to hurt nobody, or we don't want people looking at us crazy, or we just don't want to talk about how we feel. Every time somebody say to me, I don't tell people how I feel, I always look at them crazy because I'm like, well, why? And it's like, well, people gonna use it against you. I don't care what you say, people gonna use it against you. Right now, somebody is using this podcast against me. Literally, you know what I'm saying? So you have to get to the space to where it doesn't matter what people think about you. Like, you acknowledging your truth and speaking your mind is so important. It's important because it's going to help you get to the next level. It's going to help you heal. When you start talking about like how you really feel and what you really think and all of those different emotions that you feel, and you start recognizing like this is what it is. So when you start recognizing what your problem is, then you start accepting it. Once you start accepting your situation, that's when change starts occurring. Because sometimes, you ever heard somebody say, you lie so much you believe your own lies. And the person really does believe their lies. They don't think they not telling the truth. They literally don't think they're not telling the truth. They believe in exactly what they lying about, and they believe in that this really happened, and they believe in that it's reality because they live in that space of unreal in their mind because they haven't accepted the fact that they're a liar. And that might sound crazy to some people, but it's absolutely the truth. They have not accepted the fact that they're a liar. And so they continue to lie, believe in their lies. And when you like, you lying, they're like, no, I'm not. They really believe that's the truth. And people be like, well, that's a sickness. It's not a sickness. It's just the fact that they don't want to live in reality. They don't want to live in the truth of what's really happening or what's really going on. So recognizing what you really feel is important. And sometimes you have to write it down because you have to ask yourself, what do I really feel? What am I really upset about? And if you're a person that deal with anger and you start asking yourself, like, what is this that I feel? Then you start like, wait a minute, I'm mad because of what, and say it out loud. I talked about that the last show about saying what you feel out loud. It's so important to like hear what it is you really thinking, or hear what it is really going on in your head, because then you can kind of like rationalize it. Like you could be like, why do I feel that way? Because that's not really what happened. It puts it in a whole nother perspective when you start speaking out loud. So then accepting, I think this is one of the hardest things that people have to do is accepting. Like accepting a truth is so hard for so many, but it's okay. Because once you accept one truth, you'll start accepting another truth. I was speaking earlier to a couple of people about shadow work, and they was like talking about how they was ready to get into this shadow work like right away. And I was telling them, well, wait, because people, like in the spiritual community, I don't even want to say new. I just want to say unlearned. Unlearned spiritual community, they jump from one thing, but they don't even establish the first thing of getting to know yourself and learning what that inner voice sounds like. So you can't accept anything until you learn who you are. So that's acknowledging this is who I am and this is what I feel. And then once you start acknowledging, if you say you're a mean person, acknowledge it. Say it out loud. I'm a mean person. But then ask yourself, why am I so mean? What happened? What did somebody do to me? And then accepting that fact that nobody don't be doing nothing to me. I'm just mean because I'm mean. And it's okay. Because people are going to try to drive you into the ground, but it's okay. Because now that you're accepting it, now it's time to start this healing process. It's time to go to the next step of identifying the root problem. So once you acknowledge, once you accept, now you're identifying like what is the problem? Truly, like what is the problem? Because a lot of times we don't know. You know why we don't know? Because we didn't do the simple thing of asking ourselves, what is the problem? And write it down or put it in your phone. Because my son said he don't write nothing down. He put everything in his phone. So if you're one of those people that have to put it in your phone, put it in your notes and listen back to it. I'm telling you, it's something so powerful about listening to yourself talk and listening to what you feel and then hearing it out loud and then saying, wait a minute, that sounds crazy. Why did I say that? Or why did I do that? Ain't make no sense. But we don't do that because we haven't accepted that this is who we are. So once you start identifying the root, the easiest way is to self-examine, right? But you would think that's the easy way. But if you're not in alignment with who you really are, it's going to be hard for you to self-examine. Because some people be wrong and they try to make themselves seem right when you know you ain't right. But you don't want to accept the fact that you're wrong. So I always tell people, like, just one day go around and ask people like for honest opinion about you. Don't go asking your mama because you know your mama your mama love you. You know what I'm saying? Ask somebody who tell hard truths. Like just ask them like, what do you really think about me? And let them tell you. And tell them I want an honest answer. When I went around and did that, people was like, oh, you nice. Oh, you mean. More people said I was mean than nice. And I can be a little mean, not like on purpose mean, but I'm a little blunt. So, and I ain't gonna even say a little blunt. I'm a lot blunt. But either way, it's not me being mean. It's me being blunt. So I had to look at the way that I speak to people so that it could come out in a better way, because they wasn't receiving it because they was taking me as being mean. But I wasn't being mean. I was just being honest. And the only way I know how to talk is the way that I talk. But sometimes you have to change that up because you want people to receive what you're saying. So once you identify that root problem of like, this is really me. I'm a liar. I'm a thief. I got a nasty attitude. I'm negative. Whatever it is, once you identify that, then start self-examining ways you can change that. We ain't even went to shadow work yet. We ain't even went to like, we go from self-love to shadow work. We just learning who we are right now. Because once you learn who you really are, that helps you with accepting different things. That's the ugly of the ugly. Because see, shadow work is something way more deeper than just accepting. Something way deeper than accepting. So self-examining is part of identifying the root cause. Identifying why you're the way that you are. And then seeking that clarity from different people that really, really know you and don't mind telling you the truth. So once you start acknowledging, recognizing, and accepting, now you're identifying why I'm this way. And then you got to set clear goals. And when I'm saying setting clear goals, meaning define who you want to be, who you truly are, and who you truly feel you are. But sometimes the world beat us up. People beat us up. We beat us up. Situations beat us up. So you have to identify like, this is who I want to be. This is what I believe in. This is how I really am. This is what I really see. I always tell people, close your eyes and tell me who that person is you imagine yourself being. Because that's really the person you are. But sometimes the world get on us. That's a whole lot of beating. Yes. Yes. It might be. When I changed, it was a whole lot of beating for me. I had to realize that it was some ugly stuff about me, and I had to pull that stuff out one by one. One by one. And I used to be crying. I used to be upset. I didn't want to talk to nobody because I could not believe this was really me. And I'm thinking in my head, like, my mama did not raise me like that. She did not raise me like my parents. No, my grandma didn't raise me like my dad didn't raise. You know what I'm saying? Like just different. Yes, and it's very scary. It's very scary when you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness," or "Oh my God," or whatever. When you have to look yourself in the mirror and say that. And then you have to be non-judgmental because you don't want that thing to start festering in your mind and you don't have the ability to change it because you like, well, this is just who I am. I ain't changing this or I don't know how to change it. So that's why like I'm on here now because I want people to know like even though you look in the mirror and you see the uglies of the uglies, they can change. They can change, and I mean they can change for real, and they don't have to take long to change. It depends on how much time you want to invest in yourself, how much time you want to invest in your growth, how much time you want to invest in being honest with yourself. Because the whole thing here is like you can't hide the truth, meaning like you have to be honest. You have to say, this is me. I had to start telling people who I really was, and they was like, I didn't know. No, you're not. And I'm thinking, yes, I am. This is really me because sometimes, like I said in the beginning, we believe our own lies. See, when you tell people that, you know how you tell a lie that, and they be like, I ain't lying, but everybody know you to lie. Everybody know you to lie. You're like, I ain't lying, I ain't lying. But when you really sit down and you be like, dang, that's when reality sets in. And that's when you starting to do the work for the healing. That's when you truly healing. When you can look at yourself and say, you know what? I need to change this. You know what? I wasn't taught this properly. You know what? I can do better at this. You know what? I'm incomplete. I am incomplete. People be healing or they be saying they healing and then they wondering why they still battling. And it take a long time to get to a place of peace. People see me now and they like, why are you always so peaceful? It took a long time to get here. It took a long time to be able to listen to people disrespect me and put me down or do whatever and walk away from them knowing that, baby, when I go to sleep tonight, you ain't did nothing for me to worry about what you're saying. That took a long, long time. So set the clear goals as to how you plan to change. And setting clear goals is defining what it is. Like define what it is. Okay, I don't complete things. I do half of the work. So that means now you have to push yourself. And that means you have to talk to yourself. Or you have to put notes on up. I told 3 people today, set alarms. If you know you have a hard time completing things, set goals and set alarms. I always say the first alarm is the progress goal. That means at that first goal, you said, okay, I'm gonna get this done in 2 weeks. Okay, at 2 weeks, if you're not done, don't be hard on yourself because now you got to evaluate where you came from. What have you got done? And then you can judge yourself and say, okay, I can get this done in the 3 days. So always that first goal is always to me the progress goal, to check yourself, to evaluate your progress. And then go a little further. But don't give up. Because that's what happens is we set these goals and we set these resolutions or whatever, and then we give up on them. And you have to ask yourself, like, why am I giving up so easy? I always tell people when you start giving up easy, that means that your destiny is great. When you don't want to invest that time, your destiny is so great. And I keep telling them over and over and over and over and over again until they get in etched in their mind that their destiny is too great to give up. So if you're a person that doesn't complete goals, That's okay. Remember, if you fall, you get back up and you do it again. And then develop a plan. Nobody don't make plans no more. Everybody like YOLO, YOLO. And I understand you here today, but you're gone tomorrow. But I also believe in the power of manifestation. So if you're saying, I want to, I don't know, we're going to say, I want to be a millionaire. This has been my manifestation for years. When I look back on things that people say you have to do to be a millionaire, even if I don't make it to a millionaire, I can honestly say I'm on my way there. Being a millionaire means having multiple streams of income, money coming from all kind of places, even if it's $5 to $10 a week or, a day or whatever the case may be. So as I continue to manifest that, I continue to evaluate what's going on the other side. So yes, make a plan. Like, this is what I want to do with my life. This is where I want to go. And put that thing somewhere where you can see it every day and read it out loud. I don't know why we do all this stuff up in here. Like, nobody can hear you up there. Say it out your mouth. This is what I want. This is where I'm going. This is the space that I'm going to live in. Okay, I want a brand new car. And I always use this example. So I was like, I want a new car. I want a new car. I want a new car. And I laid out exactly how I wanted my car to be. Laid everything out. I laid out the color. I laid out what kind. I laid it out. And every day I woke up, I said, I want a brand new car and I want this and I want that. And then I changed from I want to I'm going to get a brand new car and it's going to be this and it's going to be that and it's going to be this. So at the time, I wanted a brand new car with a push start that shut off when you go to the light. You know how you hit the brake and it goes to the light. So I go to this car dealership. I'm looking at the cars. I see the car color that I want. It's the kind I want. I love Malibu, so I'm going to always probably ride in Malibu. So I go and I get the Malibu. So I'm like, dang, it's good. It's a push start. It's the color, but it don't shut off. I was like, but you know what? I said, I'm thankful anyway because God, you blessed me. Okay, probably like 3 weeks, maybe even a month later, I'm riding in the car. I get to the stoplight and that baby shut off. I almost died. I was screaming. I was like, see, God did it for me. Because it was exciting. I had said that thing out my mouth. I teach my kids, like, how you in your head saying something, but you don't understand. If you old like me, because I'm a little old. So if you old like me, when we was in school, we had to say our spelling words out loud. We had to spell them out loud. So you're not going to tell me that they wasn't teaching us, even at that point, how to manifest things, because we knew them. We was having spelling bees and all that kind of stuff, and everybody was getting A's on their tests, whoever did those things. So if it's your goals, say those goals out loud. Talk about how you want them to be, or not how you want them to be, but what the plan is for them. That's you developing that plan. So when you ask, like, how can I reconnect to my purpose, or how can I find my purpose? First, you got to clean out everything. You got to clean out everything. And I tell people, like, you have to rewire your whole mind. It's almost like you have to become a new person. Because a lot of things that we taught, our parents might have taught us out of fear. And not saying that parents are bad, but they might have taught us out of their fears and out of their traumas, or things that they didn't know we had to learn from somebody else. And maybe those are not our true values, or maybe those are not the things that we want to do. I don't know about you, but sometimes you can find yourself living a life for somebody else and not living your life for you. So you have to live your life for you first before you can live it for anybody else. You have to figure out what you truly want, who you truly are, what place in life do you want? What things do you need to really heal from that you hide from people and you don't want people to know? And that's okay. That is 100% okay. But at the same time, you have to start acknowledging those things, accepting them, and realizing who you really are. So then you can start finding your purpose. And like I said before, identifying the root, the cause of why you do what you do, why you are who you are. What's the next step? Let's set the goals. I need to change this. I need to change this. I need to get better at this. I need to get better at this. And then start doing it. I need to heal from this. This thing right here still bother me. Okay, no, I can't be around this person. Set those goals. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna change. And when I'm saying set goals, when you're setting goals, always remember goals are your solutions. So you have something, you want something, but you need a solution. You need a plan of action of how to get there. How am I going to get to be a millionaire? Putting my hands in everything and having a little revenue from all this, that, and the other. It's the only way to get there. How am I going to be able to be more confident in me speaking? Continue to speak. Because every time I tell people, like, I'm very quiet and I'm really shy in person, they be like, no, you're not, because I be seeing you on the internet. 100% am. I barely talk. I'm barely with people. Very shy, very quiet, not bougie at all, but just a very quiet and shy person. It's just who I am. But when I get on this internet, I'm a whole nother person. So you have the ability to stop hiding and start confronting life realities so that you can find your purpose. And that's what it's about, finding your purpose. So I'll go through it again before I go. Acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge who you truly are, recognize who you are, and start accepting that. Once you start accepting that thing, then identify the root cause. This is before we get into other stuff. If you don't know yourself, how you going to find your purpose? So then once you find out the root cause, self-examine, seek clarity, and then start looking for the solutions to help you with yourself, to help you better yourself, to help you grow yourself. And I'm not talking about nothing nobody telling you about yourself. So if somebody telling you this is the big thing, you a narcissist. If you don't think you're a narcissist and you think that you just have trauma, then you need to deal with that trauma. So once you set those clear goals, define what it is that you want. So basically, I'm telling you, like I tell my clients, close your eyes and tell me who that person is that you really see and that you really want to be. Because that's the person who you really are. I always tell people, close your eyes. And if you're watching this, close your eyes for a second. And I want you to see the person that you thrive to be. Even though it might be a struggle, and even though you might have like so much trauma built on in your life, see that person and thrive every day to be that person. I hear a lot of people do stuff that's negative and they say, you know what, Miss Marsha, that's not me. That's not me. And I say, I know. So what's the solution to you not being that negative person no more? And that's what you got to find. And that's what you got to write down. And that's what you got to like plaster everywhere. So every day when you wake up, you can see it and you can say, I'm not the person who the streets think I am. I'm not the person who this person say I am. This is who I really am. But all of these different things around me are contributed to me being a negative person. And it's okay. We all come with ugly stuff. We all come with baggage. We all come with that stuff. And people will make you feel bad for it in your transition. And I don't like when people do that. Be in your transition. That's why when I went through my transition in life, 10, 11, 12, I had to separate from a lot of people because they wasn't prepared for the new me. They was still holding on to the old Demasha. And I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I was a healed me. I was a different me. I was loving me. I was truly loving me because we scream, I love me, but then we allow people to do things to us. We act certain ways. We put ourselves in kind of crazy situations. That's not love for yourself. But I had to learn that. So now I'm learning. I want to share. After you define what you want, then develop a plan. So develop a plan of action. And if that plan of action means like separating from the world for a second until you get yourself together, then that's what it is. People always say like you separate yourself from everybody and you acting funny. No, that's not you acting funny. That's you changing. And that's okay. Because the people who really got your back and really love you, they're going to always be there. They're not going to say nothing crazy about you. They're not going to look at you crazy. They're going to acknowledge the fact that you're changing. I have a sister, and she's not my blood sister, but she's my friend. And she's been my friend for years. And through my transition, I got quiet. I would separate from people and I wouldn't talk or I wouldn't answer my phone because I was battling myself. I'm battling myself. I don't want to party. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I'm trying to figure out why I'm the way that I am so I can clean myself up and be better. This lady never left. So many people fell away. When I say this lady never left, I can call her right now and we do and tell her anything because she never left. She would call me the same every time. Hey sister, what you doing? I know you in your look, but I just want to say hey. And that was it. I had people leave that I never thought would leave. In a million years. You acting funny, you acting bougie. I wasn't doing none of that. I was trying to change me. It was nothing like that. So it's okay. Develop your plan and go with your plan. Because what's important is for you to have a better life. And then start reconnecting with your purpose. So I appreciate y'all as usual. And I love y'all. Y'all know Thursday night don't be that long. But definitely watch the videos, share the videos, subscribe. I'm trying to get better at that. And next week we'll go into how you reconnect with your purpose. Because we're born with a purpose, but we'll talk about how to reconnect with it. Again, I love y'all. I respect y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. And I will talk to y'all soon.